Hi guys, so I just got back from a run and I do not like running. It's hard for me. But I trained for a half marathon a few years ago and it was really easy for me to go on runs and train for it. And I was trying to remember why or how it was so easy for me then and why it isn't now. But on my run today, I kind of remembered why I liked it so much. So I'm such a go, on to the next thing. I never actually give myself a break to rest, and it's something that I'm working on. But when I'm on a run, all I have is time to think and process things because you kind of need something to distract yourself from the pain of running. And so I was having a moment like that today because there was a song that came on and it triggered me. I was crying on my run, and instead of pushing and shoving those down and ignoring what I was feeling, I just allowed myself to cry while I was running. And it wasn't for very long, but then it lifted and I was just able to process why I was crying and why I felt that way, because I'd kind of been in a funk the last few days. And after that happened, I felt something lift and I felt totally fine, and my run was actually really awesome and way better than I thought it was going to be. But I was realizing that a lot of this is connected, because I probably would have never been processed what I was feeling or that funk that I was in had I not got up to go for a run, because I didn't really feel like it. I was kind of sore from another workout that I had done, but because I just pushed myself to get up and do it, even though I wasn't feeling like it, it also affected me in a positive way, not just physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. I was able to process those things and overcome that. And I know for some people you can do that in a different way, but for me, when I'm doing physical activity, it kind of helps me to zone out and focus in on what I'm feeling and what I've been going through the last week or the last day or whatever that is. And so it's funny that I'm even talking about this, because vulnerability and emotions and feelings were all something that I was oh, stay away, and it made me roll my eyes whenever people would be like, it's time to get vulnerable. I didn't like it, and I'm a 7 on the Enneagram, so I'm all about adventure and fun and on to the next thing and don't let life get you down, which those are all good things. That's okay, but you have to let yourself process and feel those negative emotions. I'm not saying dwell on them, because sometimes you can spiral and go into a pity party and stay stuck in your funk. That's not what I'm saying to do. But I am saying when emotions and feelings come up, not to shove them or stuff them, but to allow yourself to feel them and take those to the Lord and process with Him, so that you can release them and feel free inside. So had I not released what I was feeling, I would have stayed in my funk until I dealt with it. So the longer you push those things aside, the longer you're not going to feel completely free. And so for me, I'm beginning to learn that it's super important to just crush it when you feel it. That to let yourself feel those things, even though it sucks and it feels uncomfortable, and I feel really messy sometimes, crying as often as I do, but allowing myself to feel what I'm feeling because it's valid, but then asking the Lord to give you something in return as you give those feelings and emotions to Him, so that you can walk in freedom. So that's just what I was processing and what happened for me on my run today, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So happy Sunday. That's all I have to say.